Hey guys, welcome back to another Flesh and Blood video. This video is proudly brought to you by the House of Cards, the official sponsor of my stream. Be sure to check out the link in the description below for all of your Flesh and Blood needs. One of the biggest decision points that you can make in the Fai versus Dorinthea matchup is how to sideboard. Now, some Dorintheas are playing Dawnblade into you, and some Dorintheas are just playing the Great Axe build. So it's tough to know what exactly you should do, because Sink Belows could be considered pretty good against Dawnblade, and you can have some game that way defensively. Or if you bring in Sink Belows against Great Axe, you're really up a creek in a bad way. With that in mind, I'm a firm believer that my 57 card main deck, while bringing in the 3 Ancestral Empowerments, is the best way you can sideboard into Dorinthea. Against Dawnblade Dorinthea, it's just a straight race. I'm a firm believer that the Sink Belows aren't going to help us enough to really be that relevant, and that we just want to race. Also, Ancestral Empowerment helps us push Mask Momentum against Great Axe Dory if they ever don't block. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you enjoy the match. I'm not really sure what the correct play is into Dorinthea, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually just bringing in my Ancestral Empowerments, and we're just going to try and go ham here. Very awkward hand to start the game with. Double Artivore in our hand. That's really not where you want to be. The fact that they're playing Great Axe really makes me glad that I did not bring in my defense reactions. I think that the odds of you running into Great Axe makes me honestly be in a place where I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to bring in my D-Reacts, because if you bring in D-Reacts and then you play against Great Axe, you're just in such a bad position automatically. So like I think we're favored into this matchup. You know, depending upon a few things here, but I think this is an okay match for us. This is not good. So I think what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go Kodachi. Now, I'm going to go Brand for 1. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Brand for 1. I'm going to pitch my Artivore for Fai to get a Phoenix Flame back. Yeah, we can actually have like a full turn here, which is kind of cool. We get to have a pretty cool turn, and we, like, considering how bad our hand is, this hand is actually not that bad. Like, we're going to turn this into a pretty good hand. I'm glad that I took a second to figure this out, because we're going to go Brand Kodachi, activate Fai. We're going to throw Kodachi, and then we're going to throw our Phoenix Flame for 2 because of Shuko, and then we're going to arsenal our other Artivore. So we're pitch stacking a little bit by putting a Lava Burst and an Artivore together for second cycle, which is going to be really good for us, because we just need to make sure that we're pitching a blue somewhere in the next, you know, couple of cards, and then after that, we'll have this set up for second cycle, so that we'll have an Artivore and a Lava Burst in the same hand for second cycle, which is very good for us. Plus, the Kodachis at a certain point will just wear them down. Like, we'll just eventually, like, wear them down to a point to where, like, they have to start blocking Kodachis. Let's go Lava Burst, then Artivore. And this is not a very good Artivore hand at all. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to block 6 here. We're just going to block Censor and Lava Burst at this point. And then I'm just going to go Kodachi, Snatch. My hand wasn't good, and I wish it would have lined up like to where I could have played my Artivore. But honestly, that hand lined up super well for us. That, like, they had the Command and Conquer, and we had the 6 block, and to be able to go Kodachi, Snatch here. Now, they probably have a D-React, so like there's no world I'm going to play my Artivore to push it over the top here. But I mean, we could like snap and try to draw 2 cards, but I don't think that's correct. I don't think there's a world that where we want to, like, if they give us 2 cards here, if they say no blocks and just give us 2 cards, I'm just going to say, okay, cool. Like, you'll love to see it. Thanks. Yeah, no, they're going to block 5 here to stop the 2 cards. from coming to our hand. And like I just kind of like surprised a little bit there. This hand is also not very good. Like, but I think we can make it work here depending on what we draw. Yeah, this hand is not great. Yeah, I'm more than happy just to take 7 here. Like, this is perfectly fine with me. Like, there's no world they're gonna bolters because they don't have enough resources to come in again. Like, this is perfectly fine. I do have to lead on the Art of War here, which is like not great because you always want to use your Art of Wars as reactions when you're playing against these like blocking style defensive decks that are trying to grind the game out over the course of 10 to 12, 15 turns, you know. So I hate to have to do that. What on God's green earth is this? Okay, this is not good at all. So we're going to go Kodachi, Salt a Wound, play double empowerment, and go from there. Because this is not a good hand at all. Like, this is a terrible Art of War hand, and, like, honestly, super awkward. Like, you hate to see something like this. And it's not even like we can play the Blaze Headlong and then play Empowerment to give it go again. I mean, if we could, that would be awesome. Like, that would be a really cool play to be able to make, but unfortunately, like, it's just not lined up that way. And I have to go Kodachi before I throw the Salt a Wound for what it's worth, because if I throw the Salt a Wound for just 3, I'm missing out on points of damage that I could have had here. So I think it's definitely better to attack for 5 right here with the Salt a Wound instead of 3, because my opponent is probably going to block 6. If I had to guess, they might, like, they're trying to stop Mask here. I'm going to play my Ancestral Empowerment. Like, they could have, I don't know, like, I guess they could have blue and movable or something here. Like, I don't know. Maybe they have, like, double Sink Below, double Fate Foreseen. Maybe they pass through blocking. Oh, Steelblade Shunt. This is a Steelblade Shunt. Duh. They don't have to play... They don't have to play cards like blue and movable because they can just play Steelblade Shunt because it's just better, which is so good. Yeah, I mean, that's really good. Like, wow, what is this? This is not good at all. I mean, so they're going to have 2 damage prevention left, which is very unfortunate for us. Oh, sorry, opponent. I need to use snaps there. I have to use the snaps here. Like, I have to try and get the value out of my Art of War here. Oh, man. I definitely wasn't thinking about using my snaps at that point. I was too busy thinking about the rest of my turn. I apologize to my opponent here, and we're just going to do this back because I think, like, my opponent, like, no new information has exchanged place here. Like, I'm definitely just playing my snaps. Like, and then they'll have 2 damage prevention left. Hold the Line being very good against my Art of War right there. So the 2 damage prevention, which means they're taking 1 if they let this go through, which I honestly think is a pretty reasonable thing to do at this point in time. Like, them deciding just to go to 33 is fine here. Like, if they get through my Art of War turn and, like, they only take 3 damage, I think most people would call that a win. Wait, why did they take 3? Okay. I don't really understand that, but sure. So if they block 3 here, they shouldn't take anything, right? Like, does Hold the Line say the next time you would be dealt exactly 2 damage? Prevent the next 3 damage that would be dealt to your hero this turn. So maybe they only get the damage prevention off of the first attack that comes through? I don't know. Something tells me that's like a weird Talishar like interaction that's not holding up. Okay, so the damage prevention came through right there, but it did not come through right here. Oh, Shuko. I'm such a boob. Shuko, duh. Good lord. And I call myself a player. So I honestly think this looks like Kodachi, Bittering Thorns into Ronin Renegade, Arsenal the Lava Burst here. The Lava Burst is very good. I mean, we do have a lot of Enders in our deck still. Maybe I'm supposed to throw the Lava Burst here and Arsenal the Ronin Renegade. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's like, if they don't have a defense reaction here, they'll give me a card and bracers. So card and bracers it is. And then, I mean, yeah, we'll come in for 5. Like, I hate that we're missing out on the Shuko trigger here at this point in time, but like, I think having the starter in my arsenal is ultimately more important than the Lava Burst when I do not have my Snapdragon Scalers. If I have Snapdragon Scalers here, I'm attacking with Ronin Renegade and I'm arsenaling Lava Burst every single time. But considering the situation that we're in, I think I would rather play it this way. Okay, another Sink Below. Makes sense. I mean, this is a really good hand. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain links we can manage here. So that feels pretty good. Yeah, again, like if they want to use bolters to attack a second time, I think that's fine. I was like, they probably just have a card they want to arsenal. More than likely, they just have a card they want to arsenal here. We're going to hope that Rabble's good to us and that we don't have another blue on top. We're going to go Brand. The cool thing is that if they block the Brand, I can do this either way. Like, I'm perfectly fine either way. Because I don't have to, I can just go Kodachi after this. Ronin Renegade. We're going to go Phoenix Flame for free. Comes in for 1. Ravenous Rabble for 2. Big Sag. And they take this saying that if I'm going to, like, now they don't know that I have another Rabble here, but man, I kind of want to throw it and threaten a mass kit here, but like, the 2 points isn't worth it. I'd rather try and hang out for a 3-pointer if I can. What is Cleave? Is this the +4? Okay. And then they're going to come in for 8. I mean, that's fine. Right now, my hand is Kodachi, Ravenous Rabble, Rising Resentment into E-Strike. I think this is a perfectly fine hand. We'll go Soulbead Strike on the pitch because I would rather see Stab Wound first. Kodachi. Oh, wow. Blue, red, blue, huh? Man, that's sad. So that's 3. Is that 3 Rabbles? Have we hit all of our Rabbles? No, just 2. So, okay, so back-to-back 2s. I thought we had hit a third one for 2, but that must have been a game I was playing earlier. So let's go for 3. And we know that there's a Lava Vein loyalty on top. And I think I would honestly, rather just come in for 7 instead of drawing a card here. Like, I don't really want to, like, arsenal the Lava Vein loyalty, so I'd rather just come in for 7 and push damage at this point. Now, we are at 16. We do have to be a little bit careful about our life total, because we can just die to this Dory deck. Like, the Dory deck can kill you. Like, they have some 3 and 4 card hands that can, like, push, like, 10, 11 points of damage, so it's important to make sure that we're, like, staying focused and not, like, falling off of our game here. Kodachi, Bittering Thorns. I mean, I think this is a take 4 hand. Like, all of our hands are, like, just good enough to where, like, I don't really want to block. And if we hadn't had the E-Strike in the last hand, I would have blocked for 2. with the extra blue that I had instead of playing the E-Strike, but the E-Strike was just a better play there. And now we have Bittering Thorns. I don't like that we've only seen one Command and Conquer. That's a little scary, I'm just going to be honest. Ooh, they give us Tunic here. Kind of wish we had an Empowerment to punish them. I'm just being honest. So let's go draw card. Good one to draw into. Depending on what our opponent has, they honestly might consider going to 11. Like I said, that like these decks can have some pretty explosive hands. Take 8, go to 4. I kind of like this. This is a pretty good hand. Like, the Art of War makes this pretty worth. I'm glad they don't have another blue. We do have to be careful about some overpower cards now. Like, some of the overpowers, because they have cards in their deck that could definitely kill us from here. So we have to make sure that we're being a little cautious moving forward. I'm going to hope that this Art of War hand is a lot better than the last one, because the last one was not impressive in any way. Also hoping they don't have a Hold the Line here. Hold the Line would be really good for them. We're going to banish the Censor, and that's exactly what we want to see. We have only seen one Hold the Line, right? I mean, they might have pitched another one and I wasn't paying attention, but like, this card has a potential 0 for 5 at blue when played correctly, which is like honestly insane. Yeah, so the brand makes it to where we can Phoenix Flame here. So they're going to have to give us Mask or block pretty strategically at this point. And then Rising Resentment for 4, go again. Because we have 5 more Chain Links after this. And if we had a blue, we would have had 6. But I think this is pretty okay. Okay. So this is going to be for 2. Which means they're currently going to take 1 if they take this. So they did have the Hold the Line, but they waited to play it. Double Strike for 3. We're going to go Phoenix Flame for 2. They're going to go to 6. Double Strike for 2. Now, they're going to have to decide whether they want to give us Mask or they want to give me the last card from their hand here, which is really nice, actually. That's a very convenient play for us, the fact that they're forced to decide on card from hand or give us a card. Like, either way, this is pretty okay. And if they have a D-React here, then like they're also giving us a card. So like it's fine at the end of the day. I'm also at a point in the game where like I'm just going to block with Mask. Like the next time they attack, we're just going to block with Mask. Immediately punished for your decision, brother. Immediately punished for your decision. And you're dead. But you made a bad blocking decision and I won because of it. Feels pretty good to win that game. Because, I mean, not that I thought I was really going to lose, but felt like there were a lot of things that could have gone wrong for us there. Now, while I ended up winning this game was a lot closer than I'm normally comfortable with. My opponent made the card Hold the Line look really good right there. Being able to block 5 off of a 0-cost defense reaction was absolutely insane during both of my Art of War turns. Our opponent had some good turns and did put our life total pretty low, but ultimately, we were able to use our second Art of War to close the game out, which is normally what happens against these slower, more defensive style decks. Guys, if you see anything you think I could have done better, hit me up in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys.